Hey guys, so I know I've been kind of MIA, and I actually explained that in the previous video. If you guys haven't seen that, my mommy is currently dying, cancer, and right now I'm in a hospice with her. I have a cot in the corner of a room, and I'm going to be staying with her day and night until she passes. So I'm here and definitely not capable of making mini movies, but my sister is staying with her at the moment, so I figured I'd take the time to make a video because I kind of thought about this one this morning in a comment that was gotten in one of my videos. Oh, and if you want to know more about my mom, then just go to my Facebook and you can see posts about her there. So what I wanted to talk about is basically conflict. Like if people make mean comments or something and it really affects you, and maybe you cut yourself, or maybe you just brood over it or feel really bad, or maybe your self-esteem takes an incredible blow, which makes incredible sense. I mean, if someone says something bad to me, like not all the time on YouTube, but because, you know, it's the internet, but sometimes anyways, I can take it to heart, and so I understand how anyone else would. But sometimes the automatic reaction is to go and take it on yourself, or, you know, cut yourself, or, you know, like I said, the self-esteem or whatever. But what if another reaction could be to help the situation so that it doesn't happen again, or so that you can feel better about the current situation? Like when I would have, there are people who are just complete jerks. Like, let's say in school, or if you go to school and they're really picking on you. Some people just want to be mean, and they really want to be mean. But it's not, sometimes not the case for everyone. They might be being mean and not just realizing it. They might be living something incredibly... My mother's dog just came downstairs. I'm in the basement of the hospice, and my mother's dog just came downstairs. Oh, it's Juanita. Okay. Where was I? I was saying something, that some people that don't actually intend to be cruel. For example, myself, I was a complete ass in my teenage years. Like, you wouldn't think so, like, but I was kind of both. I was incredibly nice, and at the same time, I had a very sarcastic attitude. And my intention was not to hurt anyone. I was just, you know, that was just kind of partly my sense of humor, and partly just me being a stupid, dumbass teenager. But when confronted about it, I felt incredibly bad. And I felt guilt gut for like forever. There was once, it was after I'd moved out of the house. I was jokingly talking to my younger brother on the phone, and I said, you know, which one is your favorite sister? Because Juanita was on the other line, and I thought, you know, he's definitely not going to pick, because there's no way he has a favorite sister. And he actually said that Juanita was his favorite sister. And when I was wondering about it, like, I found out that was why, because of my attitude, the way I had spoken and talked to people the way when I was a teenager. And that really, really, really hurt. I felt so bad that I had hurt him to the point that he wished, well, not that he wished, that he sort of felt closer to my sister. And so that was a real changing point for me. I changed, like, hugely. I took into account everything that I was saying, my attitude, my sarcastic attitude. If I would say anything to someone that I just, like, kind of a mishap happens, that I would apologize right away and just, like, want to make it better, because I do not in any way want to hurt anyone. Like, it is not what I want. So this is kind of like what I'm trying to say is... Now who else is coming? Okay, sorry, it's an orderly or something. Mishu! Come here. Come on, you're not leaving. Yeah, you dumb dog. Yeah, it's not your fault, you're ugly. Oh, it's not your fault. No. God made you wrong. I'm completely racist against small dogs. It's not, it's, you know, it's... God made them wrong. Little dog, I love you. Yeah, so other people, like if you are maybe in a situation where someone is talking to you in a negative manner, like maybe constantly, or even maybe just once, and it really affected you, maybe that person didn't really intend to hurt you like they did. And even if they did intend to be like, maybe they were mad and they wanted to lash out, but if you told them like how you felt, like from what they said and how it impacted you, and the degree in which it really hurt, which is kind of the same thing, I'm kind of repeating myself, but the degree in which it hurt you, how to talk to the person about what you the comments that they've been making, or their attitude or something, is not to go and be very accusatory, because if you go, I'm like, you dumbass, this is what you've been talking to me and it makes me feel like shit, now I cut myself, and you know, if you go at them like that, they're going to be very defensive, they're going to react defensively, because it's kind of an attack. Well, it is an attack. Even though they've been mean, it's still an attack against them. So it's not a good idea to be really mean. It's like maybe sit down and just like express that you have been incredibly hurt, and these are the things that they've been saying and whatever. So it's to approach it in a civil, kind manner, because the calmer the way that you approach them, the better reaction you're going to get. Basically, the better they'll listen, and the better they will react later, that they'll want to change. They just have to understand that their words really hurt. They might take a step back in their mind and think about what they did or said, and maybe even apologize, or maybe you guys could work out some kind of system, like if you start, like, say to the person that's been hurting you, you can say, like, you know, if you start talking like that, then maybe there can be like a safe word, like a code word, where like I say this and you don't, and then maybe that can remind you, okay, because it can become a habit, like, you know, talking the way that we talk. It's just like inert, you know, the way that we think and everything. So it's possible that, you know, if okay, that they just need a reminder once in a while they're getting used to getting into the swing of things and to changing. So that is an option. Yeah, I think that we often assume that people just want to be mean, but maybe they are just living something, or maybe they're just, their attitude or their thinking isn't quite right, or kind, and they don't realize it. Like, I didn't know, and to this day I feel terrible, and I could have thrown up. Like, at the time I wasn't bulimic, but I could have thrown up. I felt so bad. So if you talk, like, I'm not saying that you should go and make people feel bad, but the idea is to fix the situation, because a relationship can fall apart if it keeps going and going like that. If you're actually close with a person who's behaving this way, then, you know, it can fall apart, and you don't want it to fall apart. You want to fix things, and then that person can change, and it can get better, and then they might feel bad about it for a little while, but they'll get over it. I got over it. It's, you know, I'm grateful that I was confronted with that reality, because it helped me change, and it helped me fix relationships, and, you know, create, well, I became a better person because of it. I'm a better person because of it, because I changed and I realized that. So yeah, so give people the chance to change and to realize the things that they say or do. And do that before you cut yourself, before you, you know, decide that you're a horrible person and believe all the things that they say. Like, for example, me, the things that are really getting to me lately is my Tourette's videos. I have a couple of them where everyone's just like writing in big capital letters, fake, or I can tell you're faking, or I can just, you know, it really gets to me because I hate it when people say that I'm faking, because they're basically saying I'm lying and I'm not living what I am living. That gets to me. So anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that idea. I'm just saying that I understand being affected by that. Yeah, so I think I've said it all. I didn't actually explain the wig thing. I don't usually wear the wigs other than my mini movies, but my mother is dying and things are so incredibly serious and she's puking and in pain, and you know, it's just so serious that I kind of want to throw a little bit of whimsical into it and to kind of feel better, like, so that everything isn't so dark, and I just wear a different wig every day. So it kind of makes fun. Well, not, you know, the whole thing dying fun, but I mean, you know what I mean, right? I mean, it's not all bad, and I have to keep it together. I have to keep it together for her, and when she's gone, it'll be about my grief, but for now, it's about her dying, and I'm not the one dying right now, she is. So right now, I'm keeping it together, and later I'll fall apart when it's, you know, my turn for more of my emotional reaction to that. Yeah. So I think I explained everything, and I've been talking forever, but I haven't made many videos lately, so I think that kind of compensates. You know, my sister's been listening to my whole video. Most of it. I expected to be alone, but there was an orderly, there was a dog, there was a sister. Okay, so I'm letting you guys go, and I like making videos, so I'm glad that I don't have to totally stop, like, even though I'm not making mini movies at the moment, but anyways, whatever. Goodbye. Stop.